Good evening. I'm going to do a showcase of my um, code that I wrote. So I ended up choosing for my module 1 to do work with cloud databases, and I chose to do a weather app. Um, so first I'll show you how it works, and then I'll give you a demonstration, then I'll show you how it works. Okay, so you're greeted with this main menu to log in, create an account, or exit. If you don't have an account, you can create one with an email. And for now, I don't have an authentication for the email, so I'll just make a fake email. And then it successfully creates a new user and puts it as in the database as a document or collection. And then it puts it as a document in the collection. And then you can change the account information and add where you live, your name, and then if you prefer Fahrenheit or Celsius. And then using that information that was stored in the database, you can look using a weather API at the current temperature as of 15 minutes ago in New York, or wherever city the person puts in is in their user in the database, and then you can check it, and that's the whole thing. I'm planning on adding a GUI and also a an authentication for the user. So a quick rundown of my code is it's fairly simple. We start out in the main menu, which is here. This main menu. And basically, this main menu is to check if the person has an account, and if they don't, they create an account. So it has many if-else statements to check if they type one and then do a user. If it doesn't exist, it puts them back to the main menu to create uh, a person, a user. And then if they click 2, it adds user, and then if the user is found, then it returns the ID. Now that ID is very important. It is how we find the documents inside the database, and we use it throughout the whole code here in the main function. We made a menu as well. So there's a main menu, and then there's a menu in main. So it's kind of confusing. But when we ran a made account or logged in, the UID, the user ID, was stored into this variable. And if it exists, then do this. If it doesn't, then it takes us back to main menu. So then they have the option of doing these 3 or 4, and we're just going to focus on the first 2. So the first one is to change the account information, and this is just working within the database. So the new data, the create new data function creates a dictionary, and then that dictionary is put into this using the UID. So the user ID finds where it needs to go, and then that data we created gets put into the database right here. So this is the collections, and then the document is the ID of the user, and then you just add the data, and then this was just something to make sure it's stored correctly. And then, so that's how you store the data, and then to display the API, I made 2 functions for the weather data, a display function and a get function for the data. So the get weather data, so we initialize the dictionary of the information from the database, and then so if the dictionary exists and city is in it, then it puts it into the file, and otherwise it returns an error and then it prints those there. If you have any questions, let me know. I had a lot of fun making this. Thank you.